Hello, this video will guide you how to use punctuation marks properly for your academic writing. After watching this video, you will be able to name punctuations and use punctuation properly for academic writing. First, end punctuation. At the end of a sentence, you should use one of a period mark, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Use a period after a complete sentence. In some language, it uses a comma instead of a period. In English, you should mark a period to show that you are completing a sentence. Use a question mark after a question. Use an exclamation point for an empathetic statement, interjection, or command. Let's look at an example. This is a run-on sentence. You should break each sentence with using a period. Here is the end of a sentence. You can put a period mark after ways. The next sentence starts with capital letter S. Then you can break the sentence after winter by marking a period. Delete and change the lowercase m to capital M. Now, readers can understand your points better. Question mark. This is a research question. How do international students communicate with their professors? You need a question mark instead of a period. Exclamation point. Use an exclamation point after an empathetic statement, interjection, or command. The comma is the most common punctuation mark inside sentences. You can use a comma before and, but, or another coordinating conjunction linking main clauses. You can use a comma after subordinate clause. You can use a comma after vowel phrase, prepositional phrase, and transitional expression. Look at the example. There are two main clauses. When you link two main clauses with a conjunction but, you should use a comma before the conjunction. In the first sentence, you need a comma after a subordinate clause because the weather was bad. In the second sentence, you need a comma after vowel phrase, explaining the similarity. A semicolon is most commonly used to link two independent clauses that are closely related in thought. In the first example, the side effects are not minor and some leave the patient quite uncomfortable or even ill. These two sentences are tightly connected and have the same positions. And you can mark a semicolon to show the equal position. In the second sentence, you need a semicolon to show the contrast ways of writing in two sentences. You can also use however or but. Use a colon between a grammatically complete introductory clause and a final phrase, or a clause that illustrates, extends, or amplifies the preceding thought. Examples. In the first sentence, could you find 3 soul food examples? You can mark a colon to show the list of soul food dishes. In the second example, could you find what is the outcome? You can mark colon to explain what is the outcome. If the clause following the colon is a complete sentence, it begins with a capital letter. Apostrophe. Use the apostrophe to indicate possession, the omission of one or more letters, or plural number. Everybody's DNA is unique. You need a comma after everybody. Children's educations are at stake. You should mark apostrophe after children. Many students benefit from several years' work after high school. You need an apostrophe after years. Double quotation marks are used for direct quotations from speech or writing. It is also used to introduce a word or phrase used as an ironic comment, as an invented expression. Look at examples. In the first sentence, the highlighted part is direct quotation from Spielberger's article. In the second example, the highlighted part is the title of an article. You can use double quotation mark for the title of a book or an article. If you want to emphasize a coined expression, basic skills, you can use double direct quotations. Use single quotation marks to enclose a quotation within a quotation. Immediately was emphasized within a direct quotation. You can use single quotation marks. The comma is placed within a single quotation mark. Ellipsis. Use the ellipsis mark to indicate omissions from quotations. If the ellipsis is used at the end of a sentence, you should use a period mark. Other marks are dash, parentheses, brackets, and slash. Let's review the punctuation marks we studied. Could you name all the punctuation marks names? Could you explain how to use them for writing? Thank you.